Awesome God, we of Harare Institute of Technology here gathered seek your presence. We thank you for all the wonders of creation, rich natural resources, and the gift of ingenuity. Guide us as we innovate around these natural resources, your gift to us. Inspire us as we strive to nurture the spirit of enterprise among our people. Grant us the wisdom to generate knowledge, develop and commercialize technology for the benefit of humanity and all creation. O eternal God, grant us the strength to remain men and women of integrity. Let knowledge and skills sustain the development of our great nation. Let innovation bring prosperity to the people of this great nation as you intended. Teach us skills, grant us expertise, and let us understand your will. For it is through your grace that we excel, and not by our own intelligence alone. Cultivate in us the hunger and thirst to excel in all we do, so that we serve our country with a great sense of humility, commitment, and professionalism. Bestow wisdom on our leaders, and continue to bless them as they lead us to deliver our mandate. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
The Harare Institute of Technology Vice Chancellor, Dr. Engineer Quinton Chamnorwa Kanukamwe, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Professor Amon Murwira, the Minister of Defense and War Veterans Affairs, Honorable Muchinguri Kashiri, other government ministers here present, the Deputy Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Raymond Machingura, Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Professor Fanuel Tagwira. Permanent Secretaries here present. Chairperson of the Harare Institute of Technology, Engineer Farai Maviabiza. Chief Executive of the Zimbabwe Council of Higher Education, I didn't see him, Professor Peter Jimbo. Harare Institute of Technology board members here present. Harare Institute of Technology Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Commercialization, Dr. Engineer Talon Garikai. Harare Institute of Technology Acting Pro Vice Chancellor, Academic Affairs, Mr. Willard Warimbo. Members of the Institute of Technology, Senate, staff and students, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome you to Harare Metropolitan Province for the official launch of Sahara National Fuel Monitoring and Management System by His Excellency the President, Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Sahara National Fuel Monitoring and Management System was developed and commercialized by the Harare Institute of Technology. This is an innovative product of the Institute's research and development activities that has been tested by the Central Mechanical Equipment Department, CMED, other local fuel distributors, and our host track. As a province, we are proud that one of our institutions of higher learning is leading the way by being a torchbearer in the commercializing innovations. I therefore welcome all of you to the province. That is the hub of national development. The National Fuels Monitoring System and Management System is a testament to His Excellency, the President, Comrade Mnangagwa's strong and long-lasting commitment to consolidating the modernization and industrialization agenda in line with his government's vision 2030. We all hope that this national fuel monitoring and management system will lead the drive to Vision 2030 by improving the quality of fuel service delivery, reducing the amount of foreign currency required to import fuel, minimizing fuel pilferage, and the conversion of fuel purchased using local currency onto the United States dollar foreign market. This system will also help establish and determine the actual national fuel requirements per province, regulate fuel importations done using foreign currency obtained on the Reserve Bank auction. The savings realized would create a reservoir of funds that can be channeled towards improving our metropolitan city. Your Excellency, we would like to applaud the Harare Institute of Technology for being a NEP center of the drive to accelerate the nation's modernization and industrialization through coming up with inventions and solutions to challenges afflicting the country. A groundbreaking research and development output provides capacity building to all the arms of government, the private sector and the community. It is providing rigorous, evidence-based and policy-relevant research to provide practical and innovative solutions to national developmental challenges, particularly focusing on government initiatives. We are all proud of the role that Harare Institute of Technology is playing in addressing some of the challenges that the nation is facing. It is demonstrating the strength of and capabilities of our tertiary institutions to be drivers of economic development, not only in Harare, but across Zimbabwe. Your Excellency, as demonstrated by HIT, we will industrialize and modernize this country in our lifetime. Without further ado, allow me once again give you all a warm welcome to Harare Metropolitan Province to witness another important milestone in our country's progress. I thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Chancellor of the Harare Institute of Technology, Dr. Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, Minister of Defense and War Veterans Affairs and Chairperson of the ruling party ZANU-PF, Honorable Comrade O. Mchinguri, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Professor Dr. Amon Murwira, Minister of Energy and Power Development, Honorable Soda Jemu, represented here, government ministers here present, Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Senator Engineer Oliver Chidau, Deputy Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Raymond Machingura, Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Professor Fanuel Tagwira, Permanent Secretaries here present, Chairperson of the Harare Institute of Technology Board, Engineer Farai Mavia Biza, Chairman of the ZESA Board, Dr. Madzikana, and the ZERA Board here present, the ZERA Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Mazambani, and his management team here present, Vice Chancellors from other state universities here present, Harare Institute of Technology board members here present, HIT Pro Vice Chancellors here present, Dr. Engineer Talon Garkai and Mr. Willard Gwarimbo, members of the Zimbabwe oil marketers companies here present, staff members from Trek Petroleum, and the Chief Executive Officer of Trek here present, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency and Chancellor, once again, it is my singular honor and pleasure to warmly welcome you and all invited guests to this momentous occasion, the launch of the National Fuel Management System. The Harare Institute of Technology, in response to Your Excellency's clarion call to universities to play a critical role in the delivery of a prosperous and empowered upper middle income society by 2030. You called on universities to reaffirm their commitment towards positioning themselves to running with your vision. And your university reaffirms its commitment towards positioning itself as a trusted foot soldier ready to contribute in meaningful and tangible ways to the industrialization and modernization of this country. This project, which provides a fuel monitoring system for the quick access to real-time information on the entire fuel value chain throughout the country, was designed and developed by researchers and engineers from your university. The National Fuel Management System is a result of the university's endeavors to implement Industry 4.0 and Education 5.0 strategies. The university has since embraced in its curriculum data analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence in the development of new technologies. Our system seeks to bring the academia, industry, and the government together in solving and responding to societal problems. Our goal is to design, develop, and implement appropriate technologies that seek to solve our societal problems. It is a standard norm in systems engineering, Your Excellency, that you can't control or regulate what you cannot measure. As a result, the system presented here will enable the petroleum industry to measure their stocks remotely, monitor daily sales, detect product leakages from underground tanks, evaluate calibration results, and above all, optimize business performance. As we migrate towards a knowledge-based economy from a resource-based economy, it is imperative that the country continues to invest in universities and other institutions of higher learning. This will enable the creation of a critical mass that will support the national vision on national priority projects. Your Excellency, as we begin drilling tests in Mzarabani, the university has since established a Center for Petrochemicals Research, which will be housed within our laboratory plaza, which seeks to support the petroleum industry in Zimbabwe through researches in the following areas: nano-based catalyst coal-to-liquid processes, natural gas engineering, hydraulic fracturing and reservoir geomechanics, petrophysics and pore-scale processes, geologic carbon storage, enhanced oil recovery, to mention but a few. We have since received back our researchers who had gone to Asia for MTech and PhD studies in some of these areas. We hereby call upon the petroleum industry to collaborate with the university in this journey to globally position our petroleum industry through funding of relevant researches. As a university of technology, our philosophy continues to gravitate on the persuasion that without research, no society can move into a future that it carves for itself in this current predatory, cutthroat global economy. We reaffirm our commitment to remain focused on developing HIT as a leader in technology development, innovation and commercialization that is based on a multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary approach. Today's events is testimony of that deliberate and well-calculated and executed strategy. We are determined that this country can do it, more so under the leadership of such an individual who displays both vision and action as our Chancellor, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa. I thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Chancellor of the Harare Institute of Technology, Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, the Minister of Defense and the ZANU-PF National Chairman, Honorable OCZ Mchinguri Kashiri, the Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Professor Aimon Murwira, and other government ministers here present, the Minister of State for Provincial Affairs, Harare Metropolitan Province, Honorable Senator Oliver Chidau, the Deputy Minister of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Honorable Raymond Raimo Machingura, and other Deputy Ministers here present. The Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, Professor Fanuel Mutagwira, the Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Energy and Power Development, Dr. Engineer Gloria Magombo in absentia, but here represented by the Chief Director, Engineer Benson Munyaradzi, and other Permanent Secretaries here present. Our host, the Chief Executive Officer, Trek Fuels, Mr. Innocent Mkwise, and staff members from Trek, Harare Institute of Technology Vice Chairman, Dr. Engineer Quinton Chamunorwa Kanukamwe, the Chairman of the Harare Institute of Technology Institute Board, Engineer Farai Mavia Biza, and board members here present, the Chairman of the Zimbabwe Energy Regulatory Authority Board, Dr. David Madzikanda, and board members here present, the Chief Executive Officer of the Zimbabwe Energy Regulatory Authority, ZERA, Mr. Eddington Tapera Mazambani, and ZERA staff here present. Zimbabwe University's Vice Chancellors here present, ladies and gentlemen. I am privileged and honored to be part of this momentous occasion where Your Excellency, are officially launching the National Fuel Management System that was developed by one of our own universities, the Harare Institute of Technology, to address issues that were derailing the smooth and efficient operations of our nation's most strategic sector, which is fuel. This is indeed a gratifying development, as we now have institutions that proffer solutions to our national challenges. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, energy drives the economy. Fuel is therefore of critical importance in driving the policies, plans, and programs of government. The country needs adequate fuel of the approved specifications, distributed within all the country's regions, imported through the right channels, and generally handled in a professional and ethical manner. Fuel is a key enabler of Vision 2030 towards a prosperous and empowered upper middle income society by 2030. It also drives the National Development Strategy 1. The importance of fuel in the socio-economic development of the country cannot be emphasized. Your Excellency, our main challenge is that various malpractices have been observed in the fuel supply industry, practiced by some unscrupulous fuel marketing companies. Such practices have led to distortions in fuel availability and pricing on the market, a situation that should never be allowed. It is only unfortunate that they find themselves in a subsector that also includes several bad apples. We urge such companies to keep up the good work. It was after experiencing all such challenges that government, through HIT and in collaboration with ZERA, decided to put in place a national fuel management system to bring about sanity to the fuel subsector through professional conduct. In brief, the national fuel management system tracks fuel from source, that is from our inland depots at Masasa and Mavuku, to the final consumer. The system therefore has benefits which are as follows. To the fuel companies, there is automation of forecourt operations, accurate and online stock control and management, quality monitoring by the system's automatic water level detection in the storage tanks, on-site and remote visibility of operations of dealers within a network, and integration of sales and stock management operations on the forecourt. To the fuel consumer, the benefit is that there is improved management of fuel use by fleet owners and also improved fuel quality free of water contamination. To ZERA, ZIMRA and the RBZ, the benefit is that the system allows real-time collection of data for analysis and decision making. It gives remote visibility and allows monitoring of all connected site stocks, receipts, movements and balances. The system can also be used to monitor allocation and use of specially designated fuel at points of use. It produces customized reports on-site and off-site on demand and gives accurate information of fuel consumption trends. The benefits, the list of benefits is long. I acknowledge the work done by the Harare Institute of Technology in collaboration with ZERA to develop a smart solution that will go a long way in addressing most of the fuel-related challenges that the country has faced over the years. The National Fuel Management System that is being launched today is an example of the use of smart technology which enables a proper environment, development and growth of the fuel sector. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as a ministry mandated to ensure the security of fuel supply, we welcome the fuel management system. The system can solve and reduce some of the shenanigans rampant in the sector. This technology will be used to track the whole fuel value chain from net depots, as I stated before, to service stations. And many unscrupulous fuel dealers who have been abusing the fuel, they would have procured using local Zimbabwean dollars from the Forex auction systems and LCs from RBZ. The system will help us track such fuel so that it will only be sold to the intended beneficiaries. The Ministry of Energy and Power Development, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, fully endorses the National Fuel Management System, and from now onwards, we are adopting it for the fuel sector, thus compelling everyone to take advantage of this innovation to improve operations. After this launch, I expect ZERA and HIT to now engage the fuel industry and other stakeholders on the way forward. The Ministry of Energy and Power Development looks forward to more collaboration, not only between HIT and ZERA, but also between government agencies and institutions of higher learning in the deployment of appropriate technologies to leapfrog the economy towards Vision 2030. With those remarks, I thank you. Tatenda Siyabonga.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe and Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, as well as Chancellor of Zimbabwe State Universities, Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, Honorable Minister of Defense and War Veterans Affairs and Chairman of ZANU-PF, Honorable Osise Mchinguri, Minister of State, Honorable Oliver Chidao, Honorable Ministers here present and Chairman of HIT, Engineer Mavia Biza. Your Excellency, may you allow me to say all protocols observed. Your Excellency, it is a fact that for action to be effective, it must be directed to clearly conceived ends. You conceived for us an upper middle income economy by 2030, and all our actions are directed towards that. In fact, please allow me to quote Albert Einstein, who said, and I quote, "There comes a point in life when we need to stop reading other people's books and write our own." Based on this wisdom, you crafted Vision 2030 and therefore writing our own book, and followed this by your deliberate directive to develop the necessary national capabilities to achieve that vision. Your Excellency, the laboratory plaza on which you laid the foundation stone today shall act as a platform for the convergence of high-end technology, research and innovation, feeding its outputs into the innovation hub for commercialization and industrialization. The National Fuel Management System you are launching today is a direct result of your innovation for industrialization drive. The National Fuel Management System was produced by a team of dedicated young scientists from HIT, following your directive in July 2019. Brick upon brick, we are building our nation as you directed us through the Nyika Inovakwa Nevenevayo philosophy. The National Fuel Management System is an intelligent system that tracks fuel, procurement, importation, deliveries, sales at fuel stations, storage facilities, and general consumption. It gives us real-time information on fuel. At this stage, Your Excellency, we would like to happily report to you the close and productive collaboration that we forged with the Ministry of Energy and Power Development, ZERA and HIT, as we work to deliver the fuel management system. In conclusion, Your Excellency, let me again state that once any nation like Zimbabwe learns conceptualize, it learns to design, and it learns to make its own things, no one can stop that nation. We are on the move to attain Vision 2030. When you said in one of your initial statements, "Let bygones be bygones," you were telling us that from a scientific point of view, We cannot carry out fundamental change without the courage to turn our backs on the old formulas. The courage to invent the future. We must dare to invent the future. That is the message that we get. We are on the move to greatness under your leadership, Your Excellency. This is a fact. And remember that facts do not cease to exist because they are ignored. Siyabonga. Ndatenda, Your Excellency. With your permission, Your Excellency, I will introduce the guest of honor. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to introduce our guest of honor. I will start by a statement, Your Excellency, which says, no individual has any right to come into the world and go out of it without leaving behind distinct and legitimate reasons for having passed through it. The present, therefore, is an egg that has been laid by the past, but it has a future inside its shell. True to this age-old wisdom, our guest of honor came into this world for a legitimate reason, and he embodies the seed for a bright future for us as a nation. It's a fact. Our guest of honor fought for his people in the 2nd and 3rd Chimurenga and is now fighting the 4th Chimurenga for economic prosperity through the modernization and industrialization agenda to attain Vision 2030 for an upper middle income economy. This 4th Chimurenga is expressed through deliberate industrialization and modernization policies, including the formulation and implementation of heritage-based Education 5.0. In the 4th Chimurenga, our guest of honor has taught us to confidently be ourselves, never to be defined by others, and never to be confined by the past, but to be in charge of our life as a nation, with confidence and determination, and with no limits on what we can do or be. He truly believes that true success is reaching your potential without compromising your values. Our guest of honor is foremost an educationist par excellence, in that he banished an education that does not give elasticity to the mind. That is, that education which casts the brain into a mold. He banished an education which teaches cramming. That is, laying more stress on memory than on observation and action. He did this by conceptualizing and developing and deploying heritage-based Education 5.0, which encourages original thought and action, an education that connects the mind with the hands. It is said, and I quote, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Therefore, our guest of honor is a leader. Our guest of honor sees opportunity for Zimbabwe, and he appreciates that when one door closes, another opens. I repeat, when one door closes, another opens. He knows that often people look for so long and so regretfully upon a closed door, which is very way, they do not see the other one which has just opened. Our guest of honor is a leader who knows that we are not what happened to us, but we are what we wish to become. He made us start dreaming our own future, start writing our own story, start writing our own experience, following our own dreams as Zimbabwe marches towards Vision 2030 and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor is His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces and Chancellor of Zimbabwe State Universities. Your Excellency, sir.
May I recognize you in your individual capacities as well as in your collective capacities. Today marks yet another milestone for the Harare Institute of Technology as I join the institution in launching the homegrown and strategically important National Fuel Management System. This occasion was preceded by the university's 12th graduation ceremony and the laying of the foundation stone for the multi-laboratory research plaza. The integrated and responsive intervention for the fuel subsector we are launching today comes at an opportune time. It coincides with the increasing demand for fuel and energy as a result of the Second Republic's progressive socio-economic policies and programs. The innovation dovetails with our aspirations under SADC's 2063 industrialization strategy and roadmap. The development of this system confirms abundance of the unexploited competencies and the skills within our young boys and girls who have talent. And it is our duty as government to give these young persons, the boys and girls at universities, space to excel and try their talents. Based on these types of capabilities, the knowledge, innovation, science and technology-driven national development agenda will soon be realized because we have allowed our people to explore. I congratulate the Harare Institute of Technology for designing the National Fuel Management System, which I have had the pleasure of seeing in operation here at Trek Petroleum Private Limited. Why today and why not yesterday? Because yesterday we did not allow the young people to show their talent. But today we are doing so, and the country is benefiting. The outstanding ingenuity, collaborations and partnerships, and the exemplary work ethic demonstrate that our nation is on an irreversible course towards modernization, industrialization, and economic prosperity. And we are building our country brick by brick, stone upon stone. It is pleasing to note that the Harare Institute of Technology is effectively adapting and implementing its mandate in sync with national development goals and aspirations. The National Fuel Management System ensures better monitoring and regulation of various aspects of the fuel subsector, including fuel procurement, importation, deliveries, sales, storage, general consumption trends and patterns. I can now sit in my office at State House and I know what is happening at any service station in the country. What a great success. But of course, this is bad news to the criminals. It is good news for those who love their country. It is good news. The system will equally help government in the regulation of national fuel demand and associated fuel resource allocation. In addition, it is also a useful decision-making tool which provides real-time information and judicious management of fuel resources from the service station right up to the national level. This solution must therefore be quickly and widely rolled out to all stakeholders to enhance greater efficiency, transparency, and accountability within the sector. The Minister of Energy, if there is any company which does not want efficiency, which does not want transparency, which does not want accountability, it is in the wrong country. At the regional level, the integrated system will go a long way in engendering seamless transportation of fuel and its passage through our ports of entry. It further helps validate in-transit fuel tankers passing through our jurisdiction. Riding on the prevailing and favorable stability in the fuel sector, I exhort market players to always pursue business and trade practices within the confines of our domestic law. Arbitrage and other unethical behaviors which are counterproductive hold back our collective aspirations to keep the economy fueled, oiled, and energized. I commend Trek Fuel Private Limited for being a pioneer supporter of this initiative. All other players in the subsector must take a leaf from Trek and equally support this and other modernization and industrialization programs instituted by the Second Republic. Ladies and gentlemen, the system we are launching today is part of my government's efforts to ensure a technologically driven economy which mainstreams ICTs as an enabler for sustainable socio-economic growth for any country. The adoption of smart technologies underpinned by needs of the fourth industrial revolution must see us becoming a highly competitive economy. In this regard, I applaud the Harare Institute of Technology for embarking on the construction of the Mount Laboratory Research Plaza. The plaza will act as a platform for the convergence of high-end technological research, feeding its outputs into the innovation hub for the eventual industrialization, commercialization of ideas and innovations. We should realize that ideas have never weighed down a person like a jacket. A person with ideas and one without ideas, there's no difference. Except that the one who has ideas will give him chance to demonstrate one's ideas. I challenge the Harare Institute of Technology to quickly complete the construction and equipping of the laboratory plaza, and we have my government support in that regard. As Chancellor, I pledge my government's continued support for this and other similar initiatives. Your maxim, Mr. Vice Chancellor, designing the future, must continue to motivate you towards the realization of more groundbreaking research outcomes which complement government efforts across all sectors of our economy. I applaud you for all the innovative culture that you continue to demonstrate through your scientific and technological ingenuity. Well done, Vice Chancellor. Finally, allow me to take this opportunity to once again congratulate the Harare Institute of Technology and its entire leadership, staff and students, and partners for your invaluable contribution to Zimbabwe's modernization and economic growth agenda. Do not relax because I've praised you. If you relax, I'll go for you again. With these remarks, it is now my singular honor and privilege to declare the National Fuel Management System officially and nationally launched. God bless you all. God bless Zimbabwe.
And on behalf of Trek Service Stations, I would like to present to you our gift. This gift is a Trek bull, and we can see it on all our Trek Service Stations. Our Trek bull resembles three things: strength, resilience, and dominance. We sincerely hope that you will accept our gift as our token of appreciation. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces and Chancellor of the Harare Institute of Technology, Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. All protocol observed. Your Excellency, I'm indeed humbled to be passing this vote of thanks particularly to you for prioritizing this momentous event ahead of other quality competing national obligations. The innovation that we have witnessed today is a reassuring achievement by our own people that our future is indeed bright. Your Excellency, the capabilities of the fuel management system which you have launched challenged us to marvel at the potential and capacity to industrialize, to mechanize and modernize our economy in pursuit of an upper middle income society by 2030. Some of the capabilities of the system, which include its ability to track the movement of fuel from source to end user, the ability to determine the quantities and storage facilities, the composition and quality of the fuel stored at any facility, will provide immediate solutions to rampant pilferage, hoarding and dilution of fuel in the storage facilities by some fuel dealers. The issue of accountability, integrity, transparency and good governance becomes apparent and also enforceable. The key part of the system is its centralized monitoring capability, which can be done from the comfort of the office, thereby saving government on time and also the much needed resources. Adoption of the system marks the end of corruption and hide and seek tactics by fuel dealers who were getting away with murder and also in impunity. With this level of implementation of the research and development element of Vision 2030, the country is poised to become a leading innovator in technological development. All these developments are courtesy of your pro-development approach to the leadership of Mother Zimbabwe. We therefore applaud you, Your Excellency, for repositioning Zimbabwe as an economic giant in the making. We therefore urge players in the fuel industry to embrace and utilize this smart fuel management tool for the development of their businesses. Allow me to extend our appreciation to the university stakeholders in the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development, as well as that of Energy and Power Development, for facilitating the development and implementation of this vital strategic national project. Partnerships and collaborations of this nature yields better and far-reaching results and should be always encouraged. Your Excellency, it will be amiss if we do not acknowledge the Institute of Technology's former and current boards that provided policy direction to the university to come up with this innovation. The commissioning of this national fuel monitoring and management system is one of the steps towards the full realization of HIT's mandate to develop, incubate, transfer and commercialize technology for Zimbabwe's rapid industrialization. HIT's impeccable innovation record testifies to its capacity to oversee the university's mandate. There is ample evidence that the board, management, staff and students have positioned themselves towards transforming the countries into an upper middle income economy by 2030 and also the NDS1's digital economy aspiration. HIT has proved to be an innovation and technological skills development leader guided by the Industry 4.0 revolution that emphasizes development of artificial intelligence, augmented reality, robotics, and big data, amongst other initiatives. Government acknowledges with satisfaction the university's commitment to executing its mandate as provided for in its strategic plan, Designing the Future, Vision 2025. Lastly, allow me to recognize the unwavering support to HIT by various stakeholders who were also part of the research ecosystem. Their contribution towards the development of the fuel management system and preparations for this launching exercise are greatly cherished. To our special guests today, we count on you for your unflinching support always. God bless, and I thank you.
Like for example, as I mentioned earlier, this will be like a tracker, just for our tracker every day. This is the national. So everyone now can up to customize. Even a small player, Your Excellency, can actually say, I don't have cost to do this card and do like what Drake does. I want the national like 2 service stations, then you apply and then they use this. Installation cost number one, because the gadgets you put in the tank, right, for rating, and everything else is one thing.
These machines will not go as good. Someone was doing it. So in case you want to read it,
prior to this, even because this is now interesting, we used to have a system that we were using, which we had adopted, which we had gotten from Russia and all that. And just the turnaround, if we had a problem with that machine, we needed to wait for 2 weeks or so to get responses, or even from a software perspective. We even had to do subscriptions. But now with HIT, if it's just a stone throw, everything is instant. You have your turnaround and everything else happens on the go. So here I have with me, this is Lloyd. He is a supervisor for the service station. Tanya is from our card system. She will just do a small demonstration of how it functions here. Just
So basically, as mentioned, we've got 4 track cards within our system, which is our track card, our main track card, our agro yield for the farmers. Then we've also got our national card. Then the 4th card is what we have for our COVID response team. We had, in the beginning when COVID had started, we had a card that we helped with the COVID response.
The benefit to say, actually, this fuel was sold at this point. It's a particular system. So it's one of the most important things.
And then also talking about security features, each card has a vehicle or up to 4 vehicles registered to a card. So only those specific vehicles can go through from that card.
For example, the national fuel card, if you have got 10 vehicles, you have to pre-register your vehicles so that you're on the card, so that nobody can pick up your card even if they're not registered and they abuse it. So that it will be every one of your vehicles. You can register as many vehicles as you want, but that will.
We know all sorts of things happening. We know that if they were not done,
National Fuel Management System was officially launched by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Comrade Dr. Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, at Pomona Track Service Station on 8 October 2021.